So these niggas came through and blicked everything.
He was shot multiple times. Over 28 evidence markers were placed. Days later,
Do your homework.
1200 would avenge Big Desi's
Damn, then he died?
considered head first top shooter. The day after allegedly killing, Lenford would go sliding again. During this shootout, both Lenford and Big Chuck were shot and pronounced dead, killed by Lenford's father.
These the videos I really be trying to do. Which way is it for y'all? That's right. These the videos I be... I don't know how to point. I don't... These the videos. These are the videos that I've been trying to do.
Shit. That's that baby Joe shit. It's smoke.
I stopped the recording.
Then you know that I covered Jacksonville a lot. In my time covering Jacksonville,
Shut
there's
up,
been
fool.
one gang that stands out as a little more wild than the rest. This gang is involved in multiple deadly wars throughout the city and has been accused of committing multiple broad daylight assassinations. In this video, we'll be discussing the gang 1200. But before we get into the video, please be sure to like and subscribe. 1200 is a hood/gang located on the east side of Jacksonville. They are home to smaller, well-known cliques such as S4C, Cuckoo Gang, Cut Circle, and the 187 Boys. Some of their most known members include Spinner Benz, Wappa with the Choppa, J-Dot Breezy, and Little Papa. They have beef throughout the city. Some of their main beefs include gangs from the 45th Street area, such as 6 Block, made famous by Folio, and A Block, which contains multiple members that claim 6 Block as well. 1200 also beefs with Head First, 5020, MBG, and YNR, standing for Young and Ruthless. 1200 is allied with ATK, NHG, T Block, and Keep Shooting.
I know ATK.
As
that's
usual in these gang beefs, the tension between
ATK. That's like what's bro name? What's that nigga? Young and Ace. That's that nigga, right? ATK. I think.
between these crews would lead to bloodshed.
That's a Prosper.
As I mentioned earlier,
Hey, you know the... I'm yelling. My bad. Y'all know. Y'all remember? Y'all know? I just that nigga fully Tay got shot. Prosper got. Nigga, is this the? This gotta be the niggas that he was. Hold on, let me go back a little bit. What that shit? He said the death
side with ATK, NHG, T Block, and Keep Shooting. As usual in these gang.
Wait, it's a gang called Keep Shooting Gang? Nigga, you gotta be more creative than the Keep Shooting Gang. KSG is hard though. I ain't gonna take that from you. But then when niggas say what KSG stand for, they gonna think that shit raw as hell. And then you gonna say Keep Shooting Gang. That shit sound like you need help on Warzone. Keep shooting, gang. Keep shooting. This nigga look like a baby child.
Beefs, the tension between these crews would lead to bloodshed.
Yeah, that way you said Tay got shot, Prosper got shot, somebody. Oh no. Oh shit. So we about to figure out.
As I mentioned earlier, some of 1200's main beefs are with Head First and the gangs from 45th Street. On October 5th, 2014, a party was being held and members of Head First and 45th Street were rumored to be there. Two 1200 members named Prosper and Tay allegedly heard about it and decided to slide. As they allegedly tried to gun down their ops, a shootout ensued. This shootout would end up going wrong for Prosper and Tay as they were both shot multiple times.
Damn.
Prosper, real name Prosper Johnson, was tragically pronounced dead at just 17 years old. Tay, real name Deontay Holsey, was tragically pronounced dead at just 20 years old. A member of 45th Street named Bobby Norris was tragically killed in the shootout as well at just 26 years old. Two women were injured in the shooting but ultimately survived.
So these niggas came through and blicked everything. Okay.
On September 24, 2015, a member of 1200 named Big Desi, real name Kim Desmond Varner, was standing outside of his father's house on the east side when he was shot multiple times. Over 28 evidence markers were placed on the scene, and Big Desi was tragically declared dead at just 25 years old. The police believe that a member of Head First by the name of Lenford was allegedly the gunman responsible for Big Desi's death.
That nigga look
Lenford
like
was
he'll pop
considered
your
one of
ass
Head
too.
First's main shooters and had a big reputation in the streets. Just days later,
Do your homework.
1200 would avenge Big Desi's death.
Damn, then he died?
As I just mentioned, Lenford was
shit.
considered Head First top shooter. Just as
I'm following this shit, but I'm not following this shit. So we got, okay, I'm gonna do this from the shit that how I can put this shit together, cause I don't know how to put this shit together, cause I don't know how to put this shit together, cause it ain't my beef. This for y'all. We all probably know Young and Ace and Fulio. Alright, so we gonna do this from Fulio, Young and Ace side. We gonna just pretend that each one of them is a gang. to put this shit in layman's terms for niggas, cause I don't really know it's too many gangs. We got the Keep Shooting gang, we got the ATK, we got the 1200. We ain't even get the 1200. I don't know who to we so just so I'm making sure. So far, two people from Young Ace side gone, and it looked like another person was gone with them, but I don't know if he was part of their shit or not. And then somebody got back, but then the person that got back got killed. That's what I think I'm seeing. Oh.
the day after allegedly killing Big Desi, Lenford would go sliding again. The police claimed that just one day after killing Big Desi, Lenford killed a 17-year-old named Danielle Williams in 1200 territory. That same night, Lenford would lose his life. Lenford was inside of a house when he got into a shootout with a member of 1200 nicknamed Big Chuck, real name Charles Eunice. During this shootout, both Lenford and Big Chuck were shot and were pronounced dead. Lenford was just 26 years old and Big Chuck was just 25 years old. It's rumored that Big Chuck was allegedly killed by Lenford's father during this shooting. Following this incident, the violence would unfortunately continue.
So
Around 2015, a lot of
bro went to go slide again, end up killing two more people, and then got killed by one of them for pops. I think that's what I'm.
people from 1200 claimed a group called the 187 Boys. Some famous members of the 187 Boys were the rappers Spinner Benz and Wappa with the Choppa. At the same time, many people from the 45th Street area claimed a group called PCE. PCE would later be taken down by RICO charges. It's believed that PCE and 187 were amicable towards one another until the fall of 2015, when a 187 member by the name of D Rose stole firearms from a PCE member named Crackerjack. This incident would eventually lead to a fight, and that fight would cause a war between the two groups. On November 14th, 2015, a fight broke out at a
That's my birthday. It sound like somebody about to die though. I'm trying to hit this shit before that shit happened. Well, rest in peace to whoever. Damn. But that's my birthday.
Kodak Black concert between PCE members and members of the 187 Boys. It's believed that a member of the 187 Boys by the name of Suge was one of the people involved in this incident. Shortly after this incident, guns would be picked up and fists would be put down. On December 3rd, 2015,
Why the only good picture they had of bro was him with a swisher. I know I got a baby thoik right now. That would back all it. But damn. Shit.
police were called to the scene
Niggas
near
still
Franklin
getting hot.
Street after reports of gunfire. Witnesses told detectives that a dark Toyota Camry drove by the intersection once, then returned and stopped. That's when a man rolled down a rear passenger window and fired a rifle. A neighbor said she counted 2 bursts of shots, the second one as many as 10. Witnesses said they saw people running in several directions as the Camry fled north on Franklin. Police said they found a blood trail leading from the front of the home to the rear. On the front porch, the police found a young man shot to death. The man was identified as a member of the 187 Boys by the name of Suge, real name Avery McKnight. He was only 19 years old at the time of his death. 2 other men were with him during this incident and they were shot as well, however they survived their injuries. The shooters in this incident have never been caught, but there are rumors circulating across the internet that members of PCE were allegedly responsible. Following the death of Suge, 187 and PCE would go back and forth, shooting at each other over and over again. 3 weeks after Suge's death, a memorial...
I don't know if this shit bother anybody else. And shout out to bro, because I know how much time and effort it take to get clips in and fill in all the space for the time you got to talk. But it's just me. Once I see that same shit run over again, I don't know, that's just me.
was held for him on Christmas Day.
A
member of 187 by the name of Killer Cam testified that during the memorial, several 187 members were on Facebook taunting PCE and inviting PCE members to pull up. Within 10 minutes of posting the message, PCE members drove by and a shootout ensued. No one died in the shooting, but several people were injured, including a child. The crazy thing about this shootout is that according to the paperwork, the rapper Wappa with the Choppa is believed to be the one that accidentally shot and injured the child. About 2 weeks after this, on January 6, 2016, PCE member Cracker Jack's sister's house was shot up.
She kind of cute. She got a big forehead, but she kind of cute. I ain't trying to be disrespectful to nobody. Rest in peace to everybody in this motherfucker. Love and condolences to your family. Fine is fine.
10 days after that shooting, on January 6, 2016, Killer Cam's house was shot up, and Cam would later go on to testify in court that Cracker Jack and another member of PCE named JB were the ones who did it. 2 weeks later, the unspeakable would happen.
Oh, man.
As I mentioned earlier, a child was shot during Suge's memorial. The mother of the child testified that at some point, she was notified that Wappa with the Choppa was the one that accidentally shot her daughter. After her daughter was released from the hospital, a PCE member by the name of Rondo allegedly inquired into killing Wappa's baby or somebody in Wappa's family in retaliation for the shooting. The woman declined the offer. Well, on January 29, 2016, PCE members Cracker Jack and JB would come after Wappa. On that day, the mother of baby Aiden, named Tamisha Brown, testified that she picked up her grandmother from work and drove to the grandmother's home on Spearing Street. Her grandmother sat in the back seat with Aiden. When Miss Brown pulled into the front yard of the house, she was greeted by her cousin Wappa with the Choppa. Soon after, a white vehicle pulled in behind her, and the occupants of that vehicle began to shoot at them. Several shots struck Mrs. Brown's vehicle. Miss Brown saw a dark-complexioned black male with a gun in the front seat of the white vehicle wearing a mask. A young, lighter-complexioned black male was leaning out of the rear passenger side shooting a handgun. Miss Brown could not identify the masked shooter, but she identified Cracker Jack as the shooter in the rear passenger side. Miss Brown drove away quickly to escape the gunfire. She then realized that her 22-month-old son, Aiden, had been shot. She immediately took him to the hospital, where tragically he would pass away from his injuries. He was less than 2 years old.
Bruh.
Cracker Jack and JB would eventually be charged with this murder, and they were both sentenced to life in prison.
I done lost a kid before, so.
A member of 1200 named Corbin Johnson left his family home in someone's car that night. This would sadly be the last time he would be seen alive.
And this is the Corbin that they talking about? This the Corbin they talking about. This the Corbin they talking about. This Corbin. This the Corbin they talking about. Brother.
About 1 year after being reported missing, Corbin's skeletal remains would be found in the woods, and the police would investigate it as a murder. The police still have no leads on what happened 5 years later. There are theories out there that he was kidnapped and killed in retaliation for a robbery. However, this has never been officially confirmed. On July 23, 2018, a member of 6 Block named Trey D and other 6 Block members such as Bibby, Mitch, and Kenny K decided to go to a yearly reunion held in 1200 territory. A few years prior, members of 1200 went to a reunion in the 45th Street area and taunted their ops, so 6 Block members wanted to do the same thing at the 1200 reunion. This was enemy territory, so they were taking a big risk by going there. Allegedly, an argument occurred between 6 Block and 1200 members when gunfire erupted. Witnesses claimed that they heard 25 to 30 gunshots as the crowd took off running. Once the gunfire came to an end, Trey D was discovered lying dead on the ground at just the age of 21. Police recovered 45 shell casings on the scene. It is widely believed that Trey D was allegedly killed by members of 1200, more specifically members of Cut Circle, and they would brag about killing him in songs and on social media. However, no one has ever been charged with this murder.
We was all at the reunion, all of y'all face. Trey D tried that got his ass face.
We was all at the reunion, all of y'all face. Trey D tried that got his ass face.
I'm almost certain the next scene it is
FBI, open up!
cause nigga, what are you doing? What you supposed to make up some shit? So, like, for instance, say you blick some. Why would somebody say that if they actually did it? Trying to make the most J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar shit. But then some shit happened and then I just wanted to be fucking niggas, like a switch turn. Just like, why would you snitch on yourself? Why would you do that? Why wouldn't I wouldn't do that. I would just, cause the nigga said Trey D was we was at the fan reunion. Trey D tried that shit and got his ass faced or something. And y'all look, why would you just say bro was talking crazy and he got smoked? Nah, it don't hit hard enough unless I tell you exactly. So you know I did it. You don't think I did. You don't know I did it, but you know I did it. Nigga, we know you did it because you said it. What? Then you like, no, they ain't gonna believe that. I gotta do some. Okay, nigga, if don't nobody believe you killed nobody, good. That's how it's supposed to be. I'm not understanding. What? Why you want people to know? What? Like, it's a.
This was a big loss for 6 Block, as Trey D was a beloved member and was known for being one of 6 Block's main shooters. As a result, 6 Block members were hungry for revenge. Shortly after Trey D's death, 2 1200 members named CP3 and Little Papa and one of their friends would all get shot in the same incident.
Damn.
They would all survive their injuries, but CP3 and the friend were seriously injured. It was widely believed that members of 6 Block were allegedly responsible for the shooting.
Shit. That's that baby Joe shit. It's smoke.